Alright, we are back once again. We are back for the second to last game of the regular series. That's right, folks, the season is almost over. But if things continue to go well, we may be back once again after that for the playoffs. See how far we can get in those. Yeah. Apologies for our lack of anything last week. The game got canceled. But on the plus side, we actually got the other team forfeited, so we got a little bit of moving up in the rankings for that. But yeah, we are back, we are ready, we are raring to go. I will unfortunately not be here next week. I have an orthodontist appointment. But you might still be able to watch the game. We'll see. Ooh, hey, big fan, bring Jasmine in. Jasmine's over there right now. She's currently playing her own game. But never know. Hey, Alfred says okay. Never mind, apparently not me. It's so hard talking to people in this room because there's so many people. Oh, hey, Vortex scored. I'm still doing my pregame monologue. Let's starting the stream earlier. Anyway. Okay. Anyway, so for those of you who may be new to Rocket League or are not familiar with the game itself, or simply need a refresher, the game is very, very simple. There are two teams, each with 3 people on them. Blue team and orangish-red team, depending on who's playing. Sorry. Every time the ball enters the goal completely, the team who hit it in scores a point. Actually, it doesn't really matter which team hits it in, just matters which goal it goes in. I've seen teams accidentally score in their own goal before with no help from the other team. But anyway, the team with the most points, by the time that clock at the top runs out, will win the game, or the round. They win the round, apologies. And the first team to win 3 rounds wins the game. So, most points wins a round, first person to win 3 rounds wins the game. Simple, easy, not too hard to understand. Currently we are down 2-1. Metro, no, not Metro, that's the BJV team. Campo Verde is who we're playing. Campo Verde is currently up 2-1. Because 3 points were scored while I was talking. But that monologue is important. You know who can help you guys win? I know. Pedro. No. No, Pedro is really good. Pedro, hi. I'm singing your praises on stream. Anyway, so we have Tronius is hitting the ball towards the goal, but Vortex blocks and hits up into the air. Jasmine, not Pedro. Yes, I realize that. You got a fan that's begging for you to be on varsity. Jasmine will just have to do better in tryouts next season and get on varsity. That way you guys can see her. Never mind, she's a senior. She can't be back next season. Lucky for you guys, I'm going to be here for another 2 years after this. Assuming I do the senior year, you never know. It depends on my schedule. Anyway. Yeah, that's what I just said. Why am I still holding a pen? Anyway, while I've been rambling on about Jasmine and my own plans for senior year, Tronius hits the ball over towards Vortex, who attempts to block it and hit it back over towards Campo Verde's side. Or I remembered the name, I didn't have to check. Campo Verde. Tronius then hits the ball over to Upfix, who hits it up into the air and over back towards Tronius, who then takes the ball down towards Yukio. Yukio then starts to drag the ball over towards... Tronius takes the ball and hits it over towards Willow Canyon's goal, but it bounces off the wall instead. Bibwoo hits the ball up into the air, where Upfix is an aerial to hit it over to Tronius, who then hits the ball back over towards Vortex, and the ball bounces to Evan. That's a fun name. Evan hits the ball up into the air where Fibwoo attempts to hit it but misses, and Vortex does an aerial to hit the ball back over towards Tronius. Tronius then taking the ball back over into Willow Canyon's corner. Hey coach, isn't this the number 1 team? And didn't I hear you say something like that? Number 2 team. But yeah, we are currently facing the second best team. Okay, they were second best in the fall. Alfred is feeding me information and on live, so yeah. Yukio hits the ball over towards Campo Verde's team. I keep wanting to say Metro Tech because that was the first name I read, but that's not right. Trenius hits the ball over towards the goal, but Vortex blocks it, hits it back over towards Willow Canyon's side. Oh, no. Never mind, it goes back towards Campo Verde's side of the field. I am not doing a good job commentating today. Definitely Vortex hits the ball over towards Trenius, who hits the ball down to the ground, where Yukio intercepts, hits the ball towards the goal, where Upfix attempts to hit it in, but it misses. Yukio then hits the ball once more back towards the goal, but Trenius is there to stop it, hits back over to the Willow Canyon side of the field. Trenius and Yukio are fighting for the ball, and 30 seconds are left on the clock, and Fibu scores, putting the score at 4-1 to Campo Verde's favor. Alright, we can come back. Not this game, but we can definitely come back. Meanwhile, I just hear the Mario Kart 8 startup sound effects from across the room. Alright. Fibu hits the ball over towards the goal, Upfix hits it up into the air, and down back over towards Yukio. Yukio then knocks the ball off the wall down to the floor, and to where Fibu can hit the ball with an aerial. Fibu then takes the ball across the field and over towards Willow Canyon's goal. Upfix, Yukio, and Evan all going for the ball at the same time, but the ball ends up over on Campo Verde's side of the field, and the clock has run out. Time is up. Willow Canyon has unfortunately lost the first round, with the round going to Campo Verde instead. And there it goes. Quick note, you may have noticed the clock ran out, but the game didn't immediately end. That's because, to keep tensions high, the game has a built-in feature where, once the clock runs out, the round only ends when the ball hits the ground. So if you keep the ball in the air, you can keep it going until you can make a goal. But of course, when the goal goes in, then the ball is going to be on the ground when the game restarts, so it doesn't really count. Still, fun little detail. It makes it very fun. The other little detail about the game that you should probably know is overtime. If there is a tie when the clock runs out and the ball hits the ground before someone can score, then the game goes into overtime, which can theoretically last forever. It's just both teams fighting to see who can score first. The second someone scores, the game ends. Simple. In the base game, it tends to be that after 5 minutes it'll declare a draw, but that's not the case here. In this case, it's overtime infinite. Alright, round 2. Upfix heads up the wall and tries to hit the ball into the ground, where Vortex intercepts, hits across the field, and over towards Yukio, who then attempts to take the ball back over to Campo Verde's side of the field, and it lands in Fibu's car appendages. And Fibu almost hits it in, but it bounces back out. That was close, folks. Yukio hits the ball over towards... Was that Tron? Yeah, that was Tronius. Fibu then takes the ball back onto the ground, where Evan intercepts, and definitely Vortex hits the ball over towards the goal. Upfix does a shot to try and hit the ball in, but it bounces off the roof instead. Yukio is there to intercept the ball, and hits the ball up into the air over across the field and over towards the goal. Tronius hits the ball, however, hits it away from the goal and over towards the Willow Canyon side of the field, but Upfix scores! He scores now 1-0, Willow Canyon's favor. We stand a chance. Ugh. Hey, Coach, should we turn off the camera facing the players? I want to fix that. One sec, guys. Boop, 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 boop. Wait, the border's in the wrong spot. Gotta fix that border. There we go. Unlock it. Oh, that's not it. I have no idea what's going on in the game while I'm messing with this, but hey. There we go. Then let me just... Yep, that's good, that's good, that's good. Nice. And then let me get one last little detail. My border. For some reason this was also knocked out of existence. Almost done, guys. Sorry for the delay. I just want to make everything look nice. There we go. Lock it in. Perfect. Back to the game. How are we doing? 2-1, Campo Verde's favor. Apparently I was adjusting the borders while they scored twice. But now you guys can see the players again. This is clearly the most important part of the game. You have to be able to see the players. Anyway. So, Evan scores! Score is now 3-1 Campo Verde's favor. Whew. To be honest, I would rather be watching Mario Kart right now. I would rather be commentating on Mario Kart. I like that game much more. But hey! Rocket League is a much more popular game, so... Upfix hits the ball across the field, and Tronius is there to intercept, hitting it back over into the corner, and to Evan. Evan then hits the ball over in front of the goal, and Upfix hits it way across the field. Yeah, landing it just on the border, where Upfix takes it over onto Campo Verde's side. Fiblu is chasing the ball, and gets it over towards Willow Canyon side of the field, but Vortex is there to intercept. Evan and Yukio fight over the ball, and the ball ends up near Campo Verde's goal. Fiblu, that's who they are, hit the ball to Vortex, then hits the ball over towards... It's bounced back and forth a couple times. I need to get caught up. Now, I was doing math homework before the stream. I blame the math homework for the reason I'm struggling to commentate. Clearly, the math is the issue here, right? Right, Alfred? The math is the issue. It's always math's fault. Alright. Tronius hits the ball across the field and over towards Upfix, who hits the ball down to the ground in front of Fiblu. Fiblu then tries to take it back over, but Vortex is there to intercept, and hits the ball down towards Upfix. Upfix takes the ball up into the air across the field and over towards Yukio, who then hits the ball onto the ground into Fiblu's waiting car. Upfix hits Fiblu away from the ball, and then Vortex is there to hit the ball back onto the ground, where Yukio hits it across the field and over to the corner, but Fiblu hits it back in front of Willow Canyon's goal, and Upfix takes it away. Evan hits the ball over towards Willow Canyon's goal, but Vortex hits it away, and Yukio is chasing the ball in an attempt to get control of it. He succeeds and attempts to take it over, but Tronius is there to intercept. Hits the ball towards Willow Canyon's goal, where Upfix takes control and demos Fiblu. Now, something else I need to mention that I keep forgetting to, I need to make it part of my pregame speech, but whatever, is that if one player moves at a high enough velocity into another player, that second player will... Get out of here. That second player will be temporarily kicked out of the game. They will be out for about 3 to 4 seconds, and then when they respawn, they'll be on their team's side of the field. So it can be a huge benefit for a team if they need to have one less player on the other team for a few seconds. Anyway, Vortex flies at the ball. 30 seconds are left on the clock. My headphones fell off the table. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, Grismont, I see the message you tried to post, but I cannot switch away from the tab to allow or deny it, so it's just gonna sit in auto-mod limbo for a while. And the clock has run out, which means the Campo Verde has won the second out of 3 rounds. Remember, if they can win the next round, they win the game. No questions asked. Alright. Ready? Hit that. There we go. Hey, Alfred. I said hi. Say hi to the chat, Alfred. Come on, chat. Encourage him to come over here. Everyone spam Alfred to say hi. If you spam Alfred say hi, maybe we can get him over here.
I know how to do.
Got about 20 seconds until the next game starts. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if we can make the comeback to the center, or if we'll just get beaten to the ground. Alright. Apparently, the other team is switching out a couple of their players. Good for them. So we'll see if that helps us any. Alright, the ball is up in the air, and immediately in Willow Canyon's court. Vortex hits the ball against the wall, where Fiblu intercepts. Evan attempts to hit it, and Tronius hits the ball up into the air. So I guess they just moved around a couple times and didn't actually put anyone new in the game. Fiblu hits the ball onto the floor, and Yukio bounces it off the wall, where Tronius is there to intercept, but Yukio demos Tronius so that they can take control of the ball. That was a pretty good play. Let me adjust my chair a bit. Alright. Tronius hits the ball into the corner of his side of the field and over Yukio's head. Pretty impressive. Where Vortex hits the ball back onto the ground and back into Campo Verde's side of the field. Yukio then flies over the ball, and Upfix hits it into the wall again. Vortex hits the ball into the ground, and the ball is rolling towards Willow Canyon's goal, but Yukio and Upfix were both there to stop it. However, Yukio got there first. Yukio then takes the ball back over towards Campo Verde's side of the field, where it's intercepted by Fiblu. The ball heads towards their goal, and it goes in! Upfix scores. The score is now 1-0 Willow Canyon's favor. Now, quick note, the reason I was hoping that they switched out players is because sometimes a team will have 3 players and a reserve player. The reserve player isn't as good as the 3 main players. I know that's the case for us. We have a reserve player waiting just in case right now. And sometimes the team will put the reserve player in just to get some practice in and let them participate if the team is creaming the other team. So I was hoping they switched out for a worse player and that would give us a better advantage, but... I need Gorpers? What the heck is a Gorper? Please explain to me what a Gorper is, Grismont. Alright. We are in... bouncing back and forth. Yukio hits the ball into the wall, and then hits it over towards Tronius, who then takes the ball to the Vortex. Evan does an aerial to hit the ball over towards Willow Canyon's goal, but Yukio is there to hit it across the field, up into the air. If I need to explain, then obviously you're not a Gorper. I will Google it if I have to. I'm assuming it's nothing too bad, since you're posting it in the Twitch chat of a school esports channel. Vortex hits the ball across the field over to Fiblu, who hits it up into the air and back across the field towards the Canyon's side of the field. Tronius hits the ball down to the ground over towards Fiblu, who scores, putting the score 2-1 Campo Verde's favor. Every time I pause when I'm reading out the score, it's like 2-1. It's because I've temporarily forgotten what the other team's name is. Alright. Tronius demoed right off. Fiblu demoed right off the bat. Vortex demoed Fiblu and Tronius, yeah. Leaving Evan temporarily the only person there to help, but Tronius and Fiblu are immediately back into the fray. And Fiblu scores, putting the score at 3-1 Campo Verde's favor. Hey coach, do you know what a Gorper is? Grismont refuses to tell me, but he said if I don't know, then I'm clearly not a Gorper. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Adrian, what the heck are you doing in the Twitch chat? Alright. Fiblu hits the ball across the field and over towards Willow Canyon's goal, where Yukio saves it. That was impressive. The ball then bounces down to Fibu, who almost hits it in, but it bounces off the corner, and Upfix hits it across the field over towards Campo Verde's goal. Evan chases the ball across the wall, acting like Spider-Man every way home. And the ball is bouncing across. And Tronius scores. I really shouldn't be laughing at that joke I made, but whatever. Alright. Tronius, Ubu, Upfix, those are the 3 players that the camera focused on. Who the heck is Adrian? Don't try to pretend that you don't know. Don't even try to pretend you don't know. You clearly just gave him the phone, man. Anyway, so now that we've had a cameo from the guy that's behind Grismont, who handed his phone off to someone else so that he can pretend it's not him, cough cough. I see you guys conversing over there. I know you're just trying to figure out how to trick me. Anyway, the score is 5-1, Campo Verde's favor. Ibu hits the ball across the field, and Evan and Yukio fight over the ball, causing it to just bounce over to the other side. Upfix then hits the ball over towards Fiblu, and 1 minute is left on the clock. Hate to say it, folks, but I don't think we're gonna make it back, especially with Fiblu scoring, putting the score at 6-1, Campo Verde's favor. Alright, who'd you give your phone to now? Alright, yeah, who'd you give your phone to now? Yeah, but the fact that they sent "they are not me" conveniently right about the time you appeared on camera, kind of suspicious, don't you think? Except they didn't even have time to type it out. They sent it almost immediately, suggesting it was already typed. Ah! I see it! I see the phone! I see the phone logged into Twitch chat. I knew it. Alright. So Fiblu hits the ball across the field with 30 seconds left on the clock. Fiblu then hits it over his own goal, which is a good thing. And Yukio hits the ball over towards Upfix, hits the ball onto his own side of the field for some reason. Fiblu then hits the ball across the field and over towards Willikinian's goal. Almost hits it in. Evan almost hits it in as well, but Upfix saves it. 8 seconds left. Upfix hits the ball across the field. Ronius goes for the ball but misses. Fiblu is acting like Spider-Man, please just go home. And Campo Verde wins. We tried. It's alright, they were second last season, so we can't be blamed for losing. Anyway, that was the second to last game of the season. Hey, Alfred, are you going to be broadcasting even with me not here next week? Probably not going to commentate, but you'll still broadcast it? Alright, yeah, so the game will still be broadcast for those of you who are interested in the game. But for those of you who just want to see my beautiful face, unfortunately I won't be here next week. Like I said, orthodontist appointment. So yeah, I will see you guys maybe in 2 weeks if we make it to playoffs. If not, then I'll see you guys next season. Bye-bye.